rain in the area, but striding in is Pedro Martinez, and we are ready for some daytime baseball.
The pitcher.
There's a fastball right down Broadway, taken for a strike. Really starting to pour now, and the forecast is not showing any signs of a break in the weather.
You know, one of the big issues is player safety, and right now this field is getting sloppy wet, Matt, and I don't know how much more rain this field can take.
And that is through into center, a base hit, and the opposing pitcher gets aboard to kick off the inning.
Hey, that's why this guy's in the leadoff hole. Grinder, battler, whatever you want to call him. He is not afraid to go deep in the count. He is not afraid to hit with 2 strikes, and he showed it right there.
Hit on the ground to short. To second for 1. On to first. Not in time as he just hits the bag ahead of the throw. 1 out, runner at first. And digging in now at the plate will be Craig Biggio. No offer at that one. It's a cold strike. That's taken. Now it's 0-2. Runners on first with 1 down. Here's a looping fly ball out to right. McKinney will come in a bit and put it away for the second out of the inning. And now here's a look at Tony La Russa's lineup for the visiting long ball beasts. Mark DeRosa, what's your take on him this afternoon on the road?
Matty, this lineup's got to be willing to adjust. They cannot stay staunch and try and pull everything, or there will be a ton of ground ball and weak fly ball contact. They have to be willing to use line to line to get this done today.
Vladimir Guerrero is next as he finds himself behind 0-1.
2 takes, and now he's down 0-2. I'm not sure, but he may have been taking to give the guy at first a chance to run.
High and deep down the left field line. And this will wind up being nothing more than a long foul ball, and it'll hold the count at 0-2. And he fouls this one off.
Hey, he finds himself down 0-2 with the quickness. I know he's a great 2-strike hitter, but this at bat, he's going to have to find a way to nickel and dime and get this thing back to even.
Lindor will put this one away, and the side is retired. So no runs on a hit here, no errors, 1 man left on. Now the Mets will step up for their first shot in a scoreless ball game. So stepping in is Jacob deGrom. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
The pitcher.
Big swing, but he just gets a piece of it. Strike 1. Here's a swing and a long drive high in the air and deep to center field. And this ball is gone. No chance to make a play on that one. So it's a solo home run to lead off the bottom of the first. And the Mets are on the board first, 1-0.
Yeah, we always talk about how important it is to spot your starter or run it to early in the game, and he does just that, blasting a no-doubt bomb that serves notice. They're going to be swinging with the wood here. No better way to get the home crowd into it right out of the gates.
At the plate, Dominic Smith.
The left fielder.
Swing, and this is also hit well. Out to deep center. Just missed a home run to the deepest part of the yard. It's off the wall. The relay, not in time, and he's in there with a double.
As a pitcher, you'd love to assert your authority early on in the game, but it hasn't happened so far out here. That's a home run and a double against him now, and we're still in the first. He's going to have to make some adjustments quickly if he's going to turn this around.
That'll bring up Billy McKinney as he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty. It's strike 1. He's got it, and it's a productive first out as that runner's able to advance 90 feet up to third here. With a moment here in Flushing Meadows, let's meet the Mets. Mark, daytime baseball at home. What do we need to know about these guys?
Matty, I love the way this lineup's constructed. Talking to the manager before the game, he focused on the fact that they have a pass the baton mentality. Everything's flowing for this lineup. Chance to score a lot of runs.
Into the box now, Kevin Pillar. He swings and grounds it to short. Only play is going to be to first, so score it as an RBI ground out as the lead moves to 2-0 now.
That grounder was hard hit, and sometimes the runner at third will have to hold on a ball like that, but he was off on contact, and they opted to take the out at first instead.
And it's fouled away.
Hey, when you're featuring a mid-90s fastball like this pitcher, attack with that pitch. Get ahead. Get the offense on their toes. That opens up the off-speed pitches later in the game.
Behind 0-2 now. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Down the first baseline. But this will wind up foul. Still 0-2. Into the windup and the pitch. And a fastball swung on and missed, and the side is retired. I'll give the enthusiasm a 10, the dancing a 4. No shame, and you gotta love it. More baseball on the show right after this. As we begin the second in New York, here's Heidi Watney with an update on the weather conditions.
Well, Matt, the grounds crew members that I talked to prior to the game said the weather we're experiencing right now is expected to move on as the game progresses. They said they'll put extra effort into keeping the field dry until this rain dies down. But despite it being a little wet at the moment, we should get this one in uninterrupted.
Let's hope, Heidi, for all of our sake, that Mother Nature takes that front and passes it through without an incident.
At times, you have to stay focused, though. For me, a little dampness, a little rain, a little weather coming through might actually do the infield dirt a little good. Some guys like to keep it bone dry. I like it a little wet. Ball stays down.
Behind 0-2 now. And here's a curveball looked at. Strike 3 called, and that's the first out of the inning. 1 out, bases empty. And up next, former World Series hero Joe Carter. There's a strike at the knees, 0-1. 1 out, nobody on. Right over the top with that curveball, and it's 0-2.
Interested to see what the pitcher goes to now. After getting that late hack on the curveball, does he speed him up with some velocity?
Tough curveball that time, but he's able to make a little contact to keep this at-bat going. And oh, a big rip at the curveball, but he didn't get it, and he becomes the second casualty of the inning.
That's just quality pitching right there for that strikeout. Some guys are real good low ball hitters, but more often than not, keeping the ball down is going to lead to a lot of success on the mound.
In now, Pudge Rodriguez. As he sends it on the ground to first. Scooped up, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Ready to go for the last half of the inning, and up steps the power bat of Pete Alonso.
I'm interested to see how focused their ABs will be playing with this lead. I think this needs to be a little bit of a smell blood inning. Keep the fire rolling. I know it's early, but keep the pressure going. Swinging the bat's nice.
Fouled off. Martinez is what you may call a stingy starting pitcher. He rarely gets hit around, and on top of that, he usually excels at limiting free passes. A great combination to have.
Matty D, I think one of the keys to being a good starting pitcher, 1, limiting the number of pitches that you throw into a game, and 2, getting outs as quickly as you can. And there aren't too many guys that do it better than this guy. Not a lot of pitches. One of the things I like, he's in attack mode from the first pitch of every at-bat.
Swing, and there it goes. He got all of this one. And that one is gone. So a solo shot down the line in left, and the Mets have taken a 3-0 lead.
Hey, listen, there's an old adage in baseball that solo home runs won't kill you. This is one of the top hitters in that lineup. So a home run, a solo home run right here, is not the end of the world.
At the plate now, Luis Guillorme.
Louis.
This is in the air out to straightaway center. Sizemore is in his tracks now, 1 down.
Batting it. The third baseman.
So now to the plate, Jonathan Villar, as he'll dig into the left-handed batter's box. And that swung on and missed for strike 1. Villar, a switch hitter that stands in at an even 6 feet tall, manning the hot corner down at third in today's game, although he's primarily considered a second baseman.
You know, this is an interesting one. I'd be interested in 2 things here. A, is he still using the glove that he uses at second base? And B, does he have enough arm strength to go over to third base? Because until you go backhand on that left side of the infield and turn and burn and throw to first, you have no idea the difference in arm strength that it takes to man that position as opposed to second.
And that one yanked just foul. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. And he turns on one, sending it high and deep to right. And it's gone! It's a solo shot for Frankie Lindor. And the Mets have jumped out to a 4-0 lead.
Another excellent swing right there. That's multiple home runs in the same inning. Watch yourself. You're missing over the heart of the plate.
Stepping in now, Jacob deGrom. High in the air out to center field. Long run for the center fielder. He gets there to make the catch, and that ends the inning. So they get a couple of runs on 2 hits, no errors, and no one left aboard. We'll go now to the top of the third. The Mets are out on top, 4-0. The batter will be Grady Sizemore, as we are all set to begin the 3rd inning in this one. Took a little off, and it's in for a called strike 1.
I love everything this pitcher's got working right now. He's got presence. He's got great body language on the mound. He's got fastball command and a nice early feel for his off-speed stuff.
Fouled away. The next 0-2. Line drive to left. That gets down. He's got himself a base hit. And now it'll rattle up against the wall. Around second now and headed for third. And he'll get there as he legs out the leadoff triple. So he's head first into third as he laid it all on the line on that one.
Yeah, he took a pretty big risk going for the triple, Matt, but you gotta love the aggressiveness and the willingness to get dirty and beat the throw to third. Man, that was a fun play to watch.
To the plate now, Chipper Jones hit down the third baseline. This gets foul. It's 0-1. The runner in scoring position with none out. Off the plate and in. It's a ball and a strike. Jones is one of the few true superstar hitters in the game. You're no doubt aware of it, but it doesn't matter who he's facing. He's a major league threat to hit the ball hard somewhere just about every time he steps into the box.
Yeah, one of the best hitters and truly blessed by the gods, but I don't think people realize the amount of time and effort this guy has put into honing his craft to become one of the great hitters in our sport.
Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. Neither guy giving in. Here's the next one. And he'll finally just wear him down as this one swung on and missed for the first out. Next to dig in, Pedro Martinez. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Went about halfway there, but it's a called strike regardless.
Man, this pitcher is on right now, pounding the zone, attacking these hitters. He's making it look easy.
Throw to first is in time, but meanwhile the runner is in to score. And now in the box, Barry Larkin reached by way of a fielder's choice his first time around. Just able to get a piece of that for strike one. Now here it comes. And that finds the target. 0-2 now. And he buys himself another pitch as this is fouled away to keep it at 0-2. Throws him for strike three, and that retires the side. So one run here on one hit, no errors, and no one left. We'll head now to the home half of inning number 3. The Mets lead it 4-1. Into the box, Dominic Smith as we move on to the bottom of inning number 3.
Dominic.
Out in front of it, strike one. The windup and the 0-1. Smoke the other way, high and deep to left. Back on it is the left fielder, and it's gone as they add still another. A solo shot here to left as they stretch the lead to 5-1.
Hey, that's the price you pay right there when you try and sneak a fastball past this guy. Power hitter, and every power hitter in the league knows you got to start with the numero uno, number 1, man. You got to get on the heater and adjust to everything else, and he did just that.
Standing in now, Billy McKinney.
The right fielder.
And there's a swing and a miss at an off-speed pitch to start him out. 0-1. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. Bases are empty here. Nobody out. High in the air down the right field line. And Vlad won't get there. This is a foul ball.
Hey, usually the second time through the order, you start seeing an incorporation of some more off-speed stuff. But this guy's locating and feeling really good about his fastball. 2 back-to-back.
Made a miss on the off-speed pitch that time. Billy McKinney is dealt with for the first out in the bottom of the inning. And he fouls this one off. Here's the pitch. And here's another ball well hit. This one to left field. The onslaught will continue as this is going to be another home run. Solo shot here to left, and it's now a 6-1 ball game. These guys are really putting on a show here. That dinger brings the total up to 5 for the game so far. Amazing stuff today, guys.
Dan, they're absolutely not going to cover off the ball. I'm curious to get your take on this. I didn't find it to be the truth. I didn't mind hitting at night, but a lot of guys say they see the ball better during the day.
You know what's funny, D-Row, is I prefer to pitch in night games as opposed to day games. I always thought it was advantage to the hitter, and so far that looks like it's the case in this one right here. They must be seeing the ball really well because they're just absolutely smoking the baseball right now.
Looking to punch him out again. The pitch. And he struck him out. So he's down on strikes for the second time this afternoon.
That's his second strikeout of the game. I wouldn't be surprised if a coach finds him in the dugout and gives him a little talk about shortening up and putting the ball in play. Good things tend to happen when you do that in these kinds of conditions.
Up next, the power bat of Pete Alonso as he can't catch up on a fastball to Letters, and it's strike 1. Perhaps he can drive another one out of the park just like he did back in the second. Now he extends nicely, and this ball is driven to right field and deep. Gone! A solo shot here to straightaway right field. His second of the game, as it's now a 6-run ball game. Guys, do you believe what we're seeing here today? With 6 home runs so far, this lineup is turning in a performance for the ages at the plate.
Yeah, Matt, it's always tough to score runs here with this big ballpark in Citi Field. Heck, D-Roll, they've moved the fences in a couple of different times here to make it easier for the Mets hitters.
You know, this has been such an impressive hitting performance today by this offense, considering the fact that we're in Citi Field, although aesthetically pleasing, not for an offensive ball club.
Mike Hampton is going to come on to pitch here, and in just the 3rd inning, you have to think he'll be asked to eat some innings. So they get 3 runs here, all coming via solo home runs. On now to the top of inning number 4. Mets out in front, 7-1. Craig Biggio digging in now. D-Row down 6 already in the early part of this ball game. What's the mentality for them as they try to work their way back?
You know what, Matty? This is where you take some prideful ABs. I've been down 6 before, and I've come back from even further down than that in some big ball games. You have to find a way to just relax and start piecing some good ABs back to back.
Hit hard on the ground towards second. Reined in. Throw to first in time. 1 gone here in the 4th. And now the first pitch. Vladimir Guerrero swings and misses there, so he's down 0-1.
That's 3 straight sliders in a row. I'd be shocked. I would be shocked if he went to that well a 4th time. I'd be looking heated.
Line drive base hit.
Dan, count goes out the window with this batter right here. It doesn't matter if it's 0-2, 2-0. He's locked.
He has great bat-the-ball skills. There are some guys that just have a knack, D-Row, of being able to get the barrel of the ball, and this is one of those guys.
So now to the plate, Frank Thomas. 1 there. Out. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. Just about set to go for the last of the 4th. But before we do that, here's Heidi Watney.
Matt, during the break, I caught up with the Mets manager to discuss his thoughts on his club's offense so far. And overall, he's really happy with the at-bats they're putting together. Top to bottom, he said his guys have been picking on the right pitches to swing at, and they've done a nice job of using the whole field. He said that always seems to be a recipe for success, and their 7 extra base hits in this one are evidence that it has been.
All right, Heidi, thank you. Ready to go in the bottom of the 4th. And the switch hitter, Jonathan VR, will be the next to bat. Ready to deliver. Here comes the first pitch. And it's fouled away. Set to deliver on 0-2. Here it comes. And a good sinker there gets him swinging for the first out. So 1 down, no one aboard. That'll bring up the switch-hitting shortstop and perennial MVP candidate Francisco Lindor. Oh, this ball is hammered out to deep center field. Gone! So it's a solo shot to dead center, his 2nd home run of the game, as this is now a 7-run ball game. So batting practice continues here today as they notch their 7th home run of the game.
Oh, Matty B, this has turned into a lopsided one here. How about this, D-Row? 7th home run of this game alone.
This is crazy. They knew coming in they had to line up to do damage, but this is getting absolutely out of hand right now. This guy is missing over the heart of the plate. This trend could continue.
A hit in 2 tries for him so far. Swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
In my opinion, one of the toughest pitches in the game to square up. Just a heavy sinker with good downward action.
Skied into very shallow right. And this will be an easy chance for Vlad, and that's out number 2. So 2 are gone in the Mets half of the 4th, and that'll bring up the left-handed bat of Dominic Smith.
Going back to that last AB, that was the express. That wasn't.
And the right fielder is there to make the catch, and the inning is over. But add on one more as the solo shot stretches their lead even further. We're through 4. It is now 8-1. All ready to go in the top of the 5th. And up next, former World Series hero Joe Carter. Way late on the fastball for strike 1.
That's not really where you want to miss right there. I know this guy has got power stuff, but you can't live in the middle of the plate against this lineup and expect to have success.
And an off-balance throw is in time as he takes one away. Wow. First pitch of the AB on its way. Pudge Rodriguez comes on with 1 gone here as he looks at a called strike 1. Now a swing and a fly ball. Right fielder giving chase. He gets there, and that's the 2nd out. First pitch on its way. Fouled off. 2 out, nobody on. And he grooves the fastball there. This is hit high and deep out to straightaway center field. A leap at the wall, but he can't bring this one back. It's a home run.
Man, you could see the center fielder tracking the ball the entire way. He thought he had it, and he might tell you he should have had it, but he just couldn't bring it back into the yard. Sometimes it's a game of inches, folks.
In now, Shepard Jones. Fouled away. He's 0 for 1 thus far. And he fouls this one off. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Pulled high in the air out to right field. McKinney's there for it. And that retires the side. But not before they answer back here with a solo home run. Middle of the afternoon here in the Big Apple. The Mets are out on top, 8-2. Bottom of the inning now, and in to hit next, the speedy Billy McKinney. Outfield shaded toward right center. Here's the first pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Action in the bullpen now as a right-hander begins to throw out there. Tried to crush that ball, and now perhaps needs to shorten up with 2 strikes. Here it comes, 0-2. And it's fouled away. Another 0-2 home. Pulled toward right center field. Center fielder giving chase. He gets there and makes the play for the first out. Next up, Kevin Pillar. He went deep last time up.
Yeah, Matt, that last AB was a changeup that was way up in the zone, and that ball got smoked. Listen, if you're going to throw that changeup, you have to try to keep that thing at the knees or below. He can still afford to throw waist-high to belt-high changeups.
First offering. Fastball right back to the mound. And he'll flip it onto first, and with it, that ends the inning. Fair to say, oh my goodness. Prince Fielder will grab a bat and lead things off here in the top of the 6th. Pitch on the way. This one is fouled away up to the concourse area. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And a check swing here as he couldn't help himself, and it's ruled strike 2. And a big cut at the breaking ball, but he comes up empty, and that's the first out.
I think that curveball is a big reason why he's able to turn things around in this start after a rough beginning. It's got some good bite to it. So that tells me he's doing a nice job of snapping it off out front. Really finishing that pitch like you're supposed to.
Into the box, Barry Larkin. Hit back toward the mound. And that'll find its way into center field for a 1-out hit.
Nice execution right there, Dan. Kept his front shoulder in, kept his hands inside the baseball, and ripped the base hit up the middle.
And if you're a pitcher right there, you can't get discouraged. Sometimes even when you make a good pitch, the ball is going to find a hole somewhere. That one right up the middle.
And it's quickly 0-2. 0-2 count, and the pitch. Larkin, the runner at first with 1 gone in the inning. And another foul ball. Out in front of that one, but he stays alive and will do it again on 0-2. From the belt, kicks and deals. Swing and a miss on the breaking pitch, 2 away.
Boy, that's really disappointing for a guy that has wheels, right? All he wants to do is get on base and take advantage of the strength of his game, which is his speed. But with the strikeout right there, you can't get on first base if you strike out.
Into the box now, Vladimir Guerrero. Fielded cleanly, and he'll go the short way to retire the side. Enters to do the pitching in the bottom of the 6th. Pete Alonso stands in looking for home run number 3 right here as you see what he's done so far in this one. Fouled off.
The first baseman, Pete
The wind up and the 0-1. The 0-2 once more. Fouled away.
Hey, 5 foul balls in a row. Loving the battle in the box right here, making the pitcher work.
Now another 0-2. Hit high and deep to right center. Therefore it is Guerrero, 1 away.
now back.
Next to stand in is Luis Guillorme. He bounced out last time up. And this will be fouled away. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2. Swing and a drive to right. There it goes. See you later. Over the wall, a home run. A solo shot here to straightaway right field, as this is now a 7-run ball game. Almost can't believe I'm saying this, but that was the 8th home run of the game for these guys. How about this offensive performance?
Is this a live baseball game, or are they taking batting practice right now? Somebody help me out.
This is one of those deals where they say, hey, it's good weather for a snowman, right? That 8 spot looks like it's snowman in the scorebook. 8 bombs so far.
And now this ball's in the air to deep right field. Gone! Back-to-back jacks on back-to-back pitches. A solo shot here to straightaway right field as they've widened this lead to 8 now. If you've lost count, it's understandable. That was their 9th home run of the game. Can you believe what we're seeing in this? Can you believe what we're seeing out of this lineup today, guys?
I don't even think this lineup knows what's happening right now. Seriously, I think the entire lineup from top to bottom has completely blacked out.
This is one of those days, too, D-Row. I'm a former guy that pitched in the bullpen. When you see the ball flying out of the ballpark like this is when you come to the ballpark and the pitching coach asks if you're available. That's when you tell him, no, I can't pitch. I got a sore throat today. They talk about having a day. How about 3 at-bats, 3 knocks? Not a bad day, D-Row.
We used to say in the big leagues on the bench, anybody can get 2. Can you get 3? And if you get 3, who's on the hook for 4?
At the plate, Jacob deGrom, as he'll swing and lift a fly ball to right center. Drifting over is Guerrero, and he has it for out number 2. Next for the Mets, Dominic Smith. He's 2 for 3 with a home run and a double. First pitch coming. Here it is. Comes set with the 0-1. Still no balls and 2 strikes. Just staying alive, putting together a really good at-bat here. Lindor, the runner at first with 2 gone. There he goes. And he fouls this one off. Try it again from first. But a good play by the first baseman to spear this one, and that'll retire the side. So 2 runs come across here, both coming via the solo home run. We're through 6 full. The Mets lead this one 10-2. Seventh inning ready to roll. In steps Big Frank. Here's the first pitch to him.
Hey, the guy on the mound is absolutely pounding the zone, and that's why he's been able to stay and pitch deep into this game.
Hit in the air down the left field line. But this is just going to wind up being a foul ball. Now a changeup locks him up as he looks at strike 3 called. 1 away.
Well, you can tell by their approach that they're going to go up there and try to be aggressive off this guy, but he's taking full advantage of that. He's pounding the zone with strikes, and right now we're seeing a lot of swings and misses and a lot of strikeouts and no walks either.
To the plate now, Joe Carter. As he pops the first pitch foul behind the plate. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. The windup and the 0-1. Changeup gets him out in front for strike 2.
He's still looking great to me out there on the mound. Punched out the first guy in the 7th, and he's jumped ahead in the count right here. Looks like he could stay in this game a while longer.
Looking to punch him out again. The pitch. Sent on the ground out to second. He's got it, and he'll whip this one over to first, and he gets his man for the second out. Next, it'll be Pudge Rodriguez. It was a fly out for him in his last trip. Changeup called strike 1.
Hey, it's really hard to pitch a gem, and what helps? This guy's first pitch strike percentage. How about 100?
And the throw to first is there. The inning is over. This one pretty well in the bag. 7th inning stretch time here at the ballpark. The Mets lead it 10-2. Roy Oswalt comes on to pitch now, hoping for better results than the other arms that they've run out there in this one. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Sizemore is to his left as he puts it away in the alley for the first out of the inning. Next up from New York, Kevin Pillar. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. High in the air down the right field line. Long run for the right fielder. He tracks it down and makes the play to record the second out. Ready now is James McCann. Grounded out in his last at-bat. Popped him up. Biggio moving to his left. And he's got it for the final out of the frame. So they're held in check here this half of the inning. We'll look ahead to inning number 8 now. Mets out in front 10-2. First pitch on its way. Grady Sizemore is in to start things off here as he looks at a called strike. It's 0-1.
He hasn't thrown that pitch much all game. I got to believe as an offense, you just got to throw that pitch away and move on to the next one.
Hard hit ball to short. And this is going to find its way into left for a base hit, and the leadoff man's aboard to start the 8th.
Boy, not the way you'd like to draw up an 0-2 pitch, hero, but from a hitter's perspective, a pretty good job of staying alive 0-2.
Yeah, and he did an excellent job on the offensive side. Not to let the AB get away from him. I know he was down 0-2, but he bowled his neck and he stayed in there.
Stepping in now, Chipper Jones. And this will be fouled away. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. Hit hard back up the middle. And another base hit as this is through into center, and they're in business now to start the 8th. And now they'll have runners at the corners to start off the inning.
It's so important, Mark, to start to make quality pitches, and if you don't, this is what can happen. 2 batters, 2 base hits, first and third, nobody out.
Yeah, and you just got to prepare yourself as an offensive player. You're just trying to get the runner in from third. You can't worry about creating a monster inning. Do your job.
Catch made in left. Here comes the runner for the plate. And he will score on the sacrifice fly. Stepping in next, Barry Larkin singled last time up. On the ground to second base. This could be 2. Throw gets him 2 down. And now, Craig Biggio. No hits in 3 tries so far. He struck out once. And a called strike down in the zone. 0-1. Behind 0-2 now. Jones at second with 2 down. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Hit out towards second. And he'll reach first as they can't make the play on him.
So frustrating, hero. You make a good pitch and you get these guys that can run around and they're fast. You think you have an out, and all of a sudden it turns into an infield single.
They cash in here as the run is in to score from third.
Hey, they weren't going to keep this guy down for long. That's the ebbs and flows of a baseball season. Bottom line is this guy has bat-to-ball skills. You knew he was going to get hot eventually.
Frank Thomas is in with 2 away now as he looks at a called strike 1. Again, another foul ball.
He's got that certainly timed up now. I'd be shocked if the pitcher goes to the well 3 times in a row with off speed.
Smith able to track it down for the 3rd out. So it's 2 runs on 4 base hits. No errors and a couple of men left on. Home half of the 8th straight ahead. The Mets lead this one 10-4. Keith Bell enters now in a mop-up role as he'll try to keep the deficit right where it is. So here's Pete Alonso. So far 2 for 3 in this one. Got him to swing on top of that one as this ball's dribbled out in front of the mound. And the inning begins with a quick out number 1. Stepping up is Luis Guillorme. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Scooped up. Throw to Thomas is in time for the out. Digging in, the switch hitter, Jonathan Villar. Blasted a solo homer last time up. He's set. Here it comes. Now a swing and a deep drive to right. And this ball is gone. No chance to make a play on that one. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. His 2nd of the game, as this is now a 7-run ball game. And that'll bring in the switch-hitting Francisco Lindor. And he gets a hold of this one again to deep right field. He'll get it into second.
Looked like he broke into his home run trot a little early, and I can't blame him. He's already had 2, but this one just misses, and he'll settle for a double. Having a heck of a game, though.
The pitcher.
So now to the plate, Jacob deGrom as he rips it on the ground to second. Throw onto the big target if Frank Thomas will take care of him, and that will end the inning. Mets do pick up a run on this solo shot. On to the 9th inning from Citi Field. The Mets are out on top, 11-4. And now here is Joe Carter starting things for his side in the 9th as they face the improbable odds of trying to come back in this one.
Yeah, not a lot of hope for them at this point. These guys know these bats still count, at least for their own stats. You can't mill in your chances as a professional.
Waved at and missed, and he's behind 0-2.
He got a swing and a miss on that last pitch, but that's not the location he wants to live in against a hitter of this quality.
Throw on to first for the out, and that is how the 9th inning gets underway. First pitch of the AB now. Pudge Rodriguez is at the plate now as he looks at strike one. And with 1 out in the 9th, he's just now coming up on his 100th. And they'll issue the intentional walk here. Interesting decision with the bases empty and 1 away. First offering, Grady Sizemore is at the plate now, and he takes a cold strike.
Hey, it's nearly impossible to turn 2 with a guy that could run like this. It's even harder when he comes out of the box hitting from the left side. You really need something tailor-made to even have a chance to get him at first.
Rodriguez leads off first with 1 away. Swung on and driven to right, and no doubt about it, gone into the upper tank. A 2-run blast to straightaway right field, his 2nd home run of the game as they try to claw back. It's a 5-run deficit.
No doubt an impressive home run, so we'll employ Show Track for a more in-depth look. 112 miles an hour was the exit velocity off the bat, so it's no wonder why it ended up having the impressive distance that it did.
Now time is called here as we'll get a trip to the mound. Now the New York manager's up off the bench on his way to the mound. And he's going to make a move, as that's going to be all for his starter this afternoon. Not the greatest 8 in the 3rd he's ever thrown, but he did give the bullpen some rest, and he is in line for the victory here. Taijuan Walker answers the call from dugout as he'll try to record the final 2 outs of this one. In now, Chipper Jones. No balls and 1 strike. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. And they'll just go ahead and give Chipper first base here as he'll reach via the intentional walk. Edgar Martinez will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher. Lifted in the air to straightaway left. Smith is there to put it away, and the runner will be forced to retreat back to first. Next up is Barry Larkin. He comes to the plate as the last chance for his side. 2 out here in the 9th. No balls and a strike to count. And a rather interesting decision here is they'll put him on and move the runner into scoring position now. Next, it'll be Craig Biggio. And these guys are making a little push here. You have to like the effort despite the odds.
Yeah, you really do, Matt. Look, they still have a significant hill to climb, but hey, they string a couple of hits together here, and all of a sudden this thing feels doable.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that'll do it here as the ball game is over.
Well, the baseball purists certainly wouldn't love a game like this one with tons of offense, but you certainly can't complain about the lack of action. Pretty impressive showing from both of these teams up there swinging the bats.
11-6, the final score in this ball game. New York posted 11 runs on the scoreboard when it was all said and done. Jacob deGrom earns the victory on the mound. Pedro Martinez was hit hard to the tune of 7 earned as he takes the loss. So that'll just about do it for us this afternoon. Thanks to Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac and the rest of the crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. To find out more, head over to theshow.com.
The final line score for this afternoon's ball game. For the victorious New York Mets, 11 runs, 13 hits, no errors. They left 2 men on base. For the Beasts, 6 runs, 10 hits, no errors. They left 7 men on base. Time of the ball game, 4 hours and 33 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this afternoon. And we remind you to please drive home safely.